Guild Teamers, what's going on? Welcome back to Command Point. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the new Warhammer community article talking all about the new Death Korps of Krieg models and some of the special abilities that we're going to be seeing them have in the new edition of Kill Team. If you're already subscribed to the channel, welcome back. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get into it. In this first section of the article, they discuss ancillary support, which apparently is artillery barrages and airstrikes. This is really cool. I like this sort of like off-the-board support that, you know, this squad of humans basically can bring. So in order to call in an artillery barrage, one of your models performs a shoot action with a ranged weapon, and instead of shooting with any of the ranged weapons that the veteran guardsman might be equipped with, they're going to be using the artillery barrage in its place. It's got 6 attacks, hitting on 5s, damage 2 and 3. Then it does say special rules, barrage, blast 2 inches, and indirect. So that indirect keyword probably means that you'll be able to target models from outside line of sight. Which would be really cool. That explains, you know, the ballistic skill of 5 up. Does not really seem that deadly unless this thing sort of spikes, but the barrage keyword, or the barrage special rule I should say, I'm interested in knowing how that's going to work. So the marked airstrike is similar to the artillery barrage, except it looks like you're definitely going to be needing line of sight in order to have one of your models call this in when they're performing a shooting action. But the trade-off you get with that is that this looks a lot more deadly. So this has 5 attacks, hitting on 4s, and does damage 3 and 4, and it still has the barrage and blast 2-inch special rules. And then also very interesting, it says that if neither of these appeal, commanders can also select from guided missile and strafing run options, but you'll have to wait for the Octarius box to come out before we're able to see what those are. But yeah, it sounds really cool. I'm really liking all these off-the-board support options for this faction. So at the end of this section, it says that when basically instead of using those options, you can instead you can deploy 4 more trooper veterans than normal, which is an amazing amount of flexibility. You're either going to have these off-the-board support options, artillery strikes, guided missiles, whatever have you, and then you're also just going to have the option for more manpower. This faction is looking very flexible with what it can do, despite like all the models almost looking all exactly the same and having kind of similar weapons and loadouts. Wes, I guess, who's a playtester for this new edition of Kill Team, says, against more elite teams, I'll likely choose extra firepower, so that makes sense. Against larger kill teams, the additional bodies will likely allow you to activate more operatives overall than your opponent. It says this option bumps your kill team up to a respectable 14 bodies in any given kill zone. Best of all, trooper veterans have a group activation characteristic of 2, meaning you can activate 2 at the same time when it's your turn to make a move. So that's really cool. You'll be able to activate 2 models at once, and you'll be able to set up some really good combos if you can put those models in the right conditions where you can leverage that to your advantage. So in this next section of the article, they talk about command staff. The first thing they show is fixed bayonets. Each time a friendly operative that was issued this order fights in combat, in the roll attack dice step of that combat, you can re-roll any or all of your attack dice results of 1. Fixed bayonets, the order for Astra Militarum in the last edition, it basically allowed you to fight at the start of the shooting phase, which was a really cool tactic, something that I'm looking forward to abusing at the Summer Slaughter tournament in Pennsylvania coming up soon. So not as powerful as that, I would say, under those conditions, but you know, phases and stuff are they've been changed so much that it's a completely different system. But yeah, this is a really powerful order. I could see this being used on the hardened veteran who's got like the power claw maybe. As far as I'm aware, just like your veteran guardsman sergeant is going to be able to take melee weapons, and then just the rest of them are going to have bayonets, except for that hardened veteran who's got the servo arm or whatever. Next, they show the comm veterans who has an ability called Relay Orders. Once in each turning point, which is like a turn in this new edition, when this operative is issued a guardsman order, it can relay it. If an order is relayed, subtract 1 from that operative's action point limit, and all friendly veteran guardsman operatives in the kill zone are issued that order. Wow, that's really crazy, because I'm imagining the old orders from the old edition of Kill Team, specifically the the take aim, I think it's called, where you get to just reroll all wound rolls of one, or excuse me, reroll all hit rolls of one. And I'm just imagining that across an entire veteran guardsman kill team, and how efficient that can bump up your shooting. That's pretty wild. Of course, we don't know all of the orders. We don't know how many other orders have changed or which ones are included, what new ones are going to be in this new edition. We'll just have to wait for the rules to come out. They also have a unique action called Signal. For 1 action point, select 1 veteran guardsman operative within 6 inches and is visible to this operative, the comms veteran. Add 1 to its action point limit. This operative cannot perform this action if it is within engagement range of an enemy operative. So that's cool. You can like buff another model's action point limit, basically give them another action to complete whatever, move, shoot, perform an action, score an objective, whatever. So this next part is really cool. It's called Second in Command. So for the Death Korps of Krieg, or the veteran guardsman, if a friendly sergeant veteran operative is incapacitated and removed from the kill zone, you can nominate this operative for command. If you do, until the end of the battle, it gains the leader keyword and the guardsman order's ability. So that is very cool. If your sergeant goes down, then you can have another, just another model just come up and take command of the squad. It's very cool. It's very thematic. But also, remember how I said earlier, it seemed like only the sergeant and then that hardened veteran were kind of the only 2 like melee threats that I really saw in this kill team. I can see some play going on here where you send out your sergeant. If he dies, he dies, because I'm just going to have a backup leader. That's really cool. This looks like a very flexible faction, and I am very excited to play this. I want to play the Orcs. I want to play the Krieg. These all just seem like very fun, flexible factions to play. Fun, flexible factions. Say that 3 times fast. So yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video all about the Death Korps of Krieg. Let me know what you guys think of this faction in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with all the kill team stuff, kill team tournaments, kill team events, kill team strategy and tactics. That's what we're all about here over on Command Point. So if you want to stay up to date and stay in the know when this new edition drops, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching, especially, or I should say a very special thank you to all of our supporters over on Patreon for supporting the channel. I hope to see you all again in the next one.